July 13th, 1863, New York City was the exact date and time of the New York draft riots. Hello, I am a nerd, and in honor of Black History Month, I will be covering the New York draft riots and the tension between two minority groups that resulted in a mass slaughter. You see, in the Civil War, the Union was turning pretty anti-Republican. They didn't want their soldiers to go out and die for slaves, as horrible as that sounds, because those were people who were living in horrible, horrible conditions. And to make matters worse, the tensions were building at home in the Union. This was an anti-rich, anti-Republican, and anti-black riot. You see, back in the day, you could pay someone $300 to take the government $300 to get out of war. You could also pay someone to take your place and go in your stead to fight in the Civil War. And the working class had had it. People behaved horribly. There were horrible things which I will not describe. And the local black orphanage was a major target. Imagine how scared those kids would have been on that day. And it stopped 4 days after it began, and it took way too long to stop it, with Union troops returning from Gettysburg to put a stop to the violence. But again, in the Civil War, the Union was a powder keg about to go off. Abraham Lincoln at this point had not made the war about slavery. It did not have that just cause which we think about it today. And it would become about slavery. It was always about slavery, but one of the most glorious days in US history is when Abraham Lincoln declared the war to be anti-slavery and made the Emancipation Proclamation. But then, people just felt played. And it's inexcusable behavior. Just like the Capitol riot. I am a nerd.